man could not stand his mother any longer. He moved out overnight with his wife, although his mother and wife advised him not to do it, but he still sticks to his idea. He turned to his mother and said, "I told my mother not to make things difficult for Hoa before. She doesn't want to hear. Now I have decided to move. Is Trang happy now?" Said to take Trang out of his hands. Then Hung walked out of the house without looking back. At this point, the mother finally panicked. "Hold my son's hand. Don't let Hung go out. Just this approach will surely be in vain." If his mother hadn't broken his heart, Hung would not choose to do that either. They just went out on their motorbike not long ago. It's pouring rain outside. Couple afraid of accident. Hung can only go to the covered parking lot to shelter from the rain. At this time, both of them were drenched in the rain. They can only hug. Try to keep warm this way. Wait until the rain stops. Hung and Hoa hit the road again. They went to a roadside grocery store, bought some food. From the mouth of the salesman, Hung has found a place to rest. Later, two people follow the location provided by the store, go to a place where Hung can stay. When they got there, they found out where the store said it could do with a night's sleep. It is a dilapidated warehouse, despite very poor conditions. But at least, have a shelter from wind and rain. Hung found some dry wood in the house, burned them, made of fire. With this fire, husband and wife are better. After being fired, Hung took out the loaf of bread he had just bought from the grocery store. Hungry and cold, they sat before the fire, start taking big bites. Although it is a bit difficult to throw, but it is better than painting, bullied by mother-in-law all the time. After eating, they decided to stay here overnight. Hung took out his coat, covered on flowers. This is the only thing in the bag, clothing that can cover, to prevent accidents. Hung is sleeping. Don't forget to hold the wood chopping knife in your hand. So the couple is worried. Had an unforgettable night. Time has come early the next morning. The sun shone on Hung's face. He opened his eyes and only moved his arms. The painting has also awakened. They are not in the mood to sleep. Because of urgency, is finding a house that you can live in for a long time. The two of them went out with very little luggage. This time, except this rug, only a few changes of clothes, so they don't take much time to pack. Now couple. Hung is going to visit a special friend. Maybe they can find a home with him. After driving for a while, the couple has arrived. Hung told Hoa to stay by the motorbike. He went in first to see. After confirming that someone is at your home, Hung called Hoa Kwa. "We didn't realize until we both sat down. So you are Hung's friend." That was the last time. Uncle Kwong was taken to the police station. Surprise after the misunderstanding was cleared up. They really became friends. Actually, that is normal. After all, the painting helped him find his lost niece. Hung exchanged a few words with his uncle, and Hung asked his uncle, "Are there any vacant houses for rent nearby?" Hung suddenly asked like that. Hung actually asked his uncle. After all, this is the countryside. No migrant workers. I really don't care who has a house for rent. Then Kwong learned that Hung wanted to rent a house. Uncle said that grandfather had an old house. Now it is used to hold odds and ends. If they don't mind, Hung can stay there first. After hearing the news, Hung immediately asked his uncle to take them away, to have a look. They worry about not having a home to live in. Hung certainly does not hate the old house. So a group of 4 ride to motorbikes, hurried to the old man's house. This old house has convenient transportation. Right on the edge of the cement road, Hung entered the house and saw that this house is broken. Is it a little broken? But luckily, the roof is made of colored steel, so it will not leak rainwater. It is also powered on. Just take a break. Living there is no problem. Hung is determined to stay here. Ask old people how much rent is. Who would have thought that? Old man. Don't even think about asking him for rent. He also asked the Hung couple, "Just live here in peace. If Hung needs anything else, Hung can find me." After Hung and his wife finished looking at the house. Old man should go home. For gratitude, two people took the old man to the door. After seeing the old man off, Hung decided to take a break from home. Right away, the first thing they do, there is corn scattered everywhere. Clean up. Two people cannot find a place to keep, can only temporarily put them in the corner. After corn packing, two people go out again. Hoa started picking up trash around the house. Later, useful wood they stacked in the corner. As for others, they all treat it like trash. After cleaning clean, at first Hung couldn't fix the floor. This house is made entirely of wood. Just as good. It is easier to repair. There are also some planks left here before. Therefore, Hung rested relatively comfortably. When Hung works, Hoa did not call him by her side. Start by fanning him. She knows. Why one? Hung is willing to live such a difficult life. All for her. After a busy day, the last two people finished repairing the house. Look at this humble house. Hung always feels like something is missing. So he asked Hoa to wait for him at home. He went to buy some daily necessities. After leaving here, Hung went to his uncle's house first. Hung lent him some cooking pots and pans. It's a little to save a little when you go out. There are many places to use money later. After packing a bag of kitchen supplies, Hung left his uncle's house. Kitchen utensils alone are not enough. Hung still has to solve the food problem. So he went to the nearby grocery store, buy some food and drinks. Exhausted, he had no intention of cooking anymore. Just take a bite of the old one. After buying these, Hung returned to their new home. Husband and wife sitting opposite each other. Start eating. Although life is very different now than it used to be, but Hung always believes, where there is Hoas, there is home. Hope this couple life can do as they please. It's getting better and better.
you.